presentation here today. In here, just buying the Honda NSX that we unlocked and quite successful. So $109,000, and we've got ourselves a new car that looks very beast-like to take out on the circuit today. So just going out here now for a bit of a spin for the drift series. Here's the first of the drift events, maybe even the second. I think I might have done a couple of these in the past, in the other videos, but look, if I've done it, you'll know about it if you go through the videos, because I have been uploading the single player campaign for your enjoyment. Make sure to like and subscribe and click on the link and so on, so that you can actually get the latest action as it unfolds here. Okay, so the next drift race is here, and it's called Shift Lock. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this particular drift race up.
Where will you be when the revolution comes? We are the last stand against corporate tyranny. We are the drifting freedom fighters of the misinformation age. We are Shift Lock.
Okay, so it's time to take on Shift Lock at the moment. It's going to be a bit of a drift battle coming up. Make sure to drop a few comments and let us know if you've got any questions and that sort of thing.
Good news, recruit. You've been accepted to a Shift Lock test.
So I'm glad I just bought the new Honda for the drift races, so it's going to fully upgrade this one going into this series. So it should be good fun.
I am the underground soldier.
Be sure to stay tuned. We get into full concentration mode here and take out these next couple of races. Okay, so beat the target score. Got to get a high score, high speed and corner hard to start a drift. Okay, that sounds quite easy. Collisions will end my multiplier, and I can use nitro between the corners to get a little bit more length to my drifts too. So first, this number 2.
Gotta find the line.
So just linking up a bit of a combo drift there.
Yeah, this is Unit 23. We have someone.
I'm just trying to link these drifts to go for as long as I can here. Don't want to go too early or I'll end up in the fence. So it's a little bit like that. Just draining my nitro for that ×3 drift. Quite enjoyable. Absolutely bowled sideways around that one. Okay, so I was talking about it with a friend the other day, and I think you really need to have balls to be a live racing driver. I mean, any mistake you make is criticized by particularly anyone, so it's important that I put in some good laps, that's for sure. It's a little bit of stress from the live stream, but look, going into it, I'm quite confident. I've played a lot of PlayStation drivers in my day. Haven't ever done these particular events ever before, just to give you a look at it. Okay, so the Honda NSX Type R speed gearbox upgrade looks like it may allow it to handle a little bit better around the corners and possibly drift a little bit better, we're hoping. So looking forward to trying that out, that's for sure. Okay, so looks like the next drift could be all the way up here. There's also a fuel station near here, so it means I won't have to drive that whole distance. I'll just quickly transport over there. Just by clicking triangle down there.
what you got in Ember Valley. See if you have the heart of a soldier in you.
So that's going to get me quite close to the desert, I guess, for the next drift. So I headed over there to Proving Ground. It expects us to prove ourselves in the drift scene, having already proven ourselves in the sprint and pursuit scene, as well as possibly another one. So we have been at this playthrough for quite a while now, enjoying the gameplay a lot, so I'm pretty much going to this game quite regularly and enjoying it. Cars are aggressively trying to ruin my speed run. I've gone through that one under the speed limit. Goes quite well, the NSX. Like I need a nice top speed headed into here. Looks like I've pulled out a 159 km an hour. I've actually got a star, which allows me to actually get some more stars, so but I'd just do that on the way over to the drift since it's so close. So just gonna jet back on over to the Proving Ground, which is now even closer than last time. If I can hit 234 km an hour for the next time through there, that'll be great. I think the NSX might actually need a couple of upgrades to allow it to do that, but we'll see about that. So just heading here to the Proving Grounds now. We're going to immediately start this particular event up. Don't leave asphalt road for more than 2 seconds. Okay.
Welcome to the Proving Grounds. Beat our score and you may join the revolution. What are you gonna do?
So I need 19,000 drift points. And it's quite a narrow track, I might add. I'm going to be trying to get as many drifts through these tiny corners as possible. I'm hoping that a few of these corners open up here in a second to link a little bit of a combo together. Like the good thing about the off-road is you can still link up the drifts off the road, so looks like I've got quite a big score out of that particular drift through that section there. I think I may even have already beaten the target score, and now it's just a case of racking up my drifts and boosting into that one to get it initially a little more speed. Love drifting through the desert. Fabulous stage design here.
Probably one of my best runs in a while.
Come off on that rock there, unfortunately. Cool. Still rolling up that drift bar there to 58,000. It looks like the NSX drifts like an absolute professional. More than happy with it through that turn. Trying to build that nitro up again. So I can hopefully get it a little bit sideways. Through the finish line there. There we go. So that looks like we've event completed that one. We've got a very nice total score going there. So the NSX will pay itself back off and end up a very upgraded car in the process, I'd say. Now, I have unlocked it quite early, and it is one of the better cars in the game, so really looking forward to doing this particular Nissan NSX up. If it's a Nissan, could be wrong. I think it's actually a Honda.
For a corporate sheep.
I don't see any of you
Just having a look around, I'm trying to find the badge. Can't quite see the badge, I think it's a H. Quite certain. The next mission is just up the road anyway. It's a Honda. It's a Honda NSX. Dude, I got a little confused. In the last episode, I used the Nissan 350Z, and that was a good car as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to tune into that episode as well. Just trying to get the speed trap here at the moment. Just gonna U-turn, start up this next mission. So just heading straight at this speed trap. Just under, unfortunately. Hopefully that's in the next event, because I can't be bothered circling around for a long enough straight to do that one. Just gonna go ahead and start up the cheese, so drift continuously for 400 meters and earn the biggest score. So here we go. So really liking the Honda. It seems to purr around quite nicely. Choosing the handbrake wisely between the bends here to try and stretch out a little bit of an extra drift. So we've pulled out a ×2 through there. So this is essentially the next drift race, I believe. It must be in the desert as well. Really enjoy drifting through the desert anyway, so really practicing up, getting my drifting down pat at the moment. Master Ultier Gaming here. If you haven't already, be sure to click on the link and go ahead and like and subscribe so that you can actually view all of my latest updates and so on. Doing a little drift across the side of the paddock there, that was nice. So just handbraking it around this particular track. Handles really smoothly. Figured I'd just try and take out the whole side of the wall barrier there. Still doing this drift. Just trying to keep it going. Using every last little drop of nitro through there. I think that's going to be enough to actually meet the target score.
I'm on fire.
So this looks like a good drift corner.
Alright.
And that was, and is, a nice curve.
Playtime's over.
Nice how there's not much traffic out here in the desert either. A lot of the other Need for Speed missions I play are pretty packed full of cars.
I have got to be setting a record or something.
The NSX handles around these corners are very sexy. Has a nice bit of boost about it too. I have been playing quite a few driving car games, as I've said in my previous videos. I enjoy racing car games. I have done ever since I was very young. Setting off Need for Speed in the 90s. Absolutely love this game. I've come in at 139,000 drift score, so beaten the actual auto log record there very nicely. Forgot to do the actual side bet again, but not too concerned. Getting through these missions nicely and enjoying it. So once I'm done with this, I'll be taking it online, all of these cars that I'm getting all of these speed cards for, and they should perform very nicely. So the level 7 brakes don't look much better than what I've got, unfortunately. I currently have a level 7 gearbox brakes anyway, so I'll send that to the garage. I could sell it, but maybe it'll go in another car that I need later, so I'm not sure, but as I level up I seem to be getting better and better stuff. So
good show today, soldier.
It's been an absolute joy streaming this particular video up for you all.
Hey, Mackie, my man, you've been
If you haven't already, make sure to tell all of your friends so that they can come over and have a little look too.
Sure
I'm
am.
sure they'll be enjoying
You.
this particular Need for Speed title as much as me.
Like that.
It's the type of game that you can just focus on your actual driving skills. Sometimes I feel like it makes me a better driver in real life after playing these games. The one thing that I do like to stress is that not to practice doing these stunts at home
Beat our scores. In time, you're rolling
unless you're a trained professional, as they can lead to serious injury. So just heading into the next turn, going to be hitting the nitro.
Here we go.
Trying to do these massive drifts. So I think I need a single 500 meter drift for this challenge, so I'm going to have to be keeping it sideways through a little shuriken of corners, I'd say. So starting here, looks like it's a good opportunity to try and keep this drift going for as long as possible. Almost lost the line there, luckily recovered. Well, actually found a casino chip back there, but I can't really go back in the middle of this race. That's all good, I'm sure that I'll find all of those later. Those just give me $10,000 each, I believe, which I'm making from the races anyway, so no loss. Just jetting down through this section with a big drift.
Amazing.
Don't think I've quite gotten a 500 meters single drift yet. Must be coming quite close. Seems to reset in between handbrakes, but either way, I've beaten the score to beat at the moment, so quite happy. Looks like the drift series is looking good in the Honda NSX.
Verifiably on fire. Over and out. Hell yeah.
So that was a nice little drift, that's for sure, but still not 500 meters, so finding it very, very tough to get a 500 meters single drift in. If anyone's got any ideas on how I might be able to get a 500 meter drift in, please be sure to leave a comment and tell all of your friends to like and subscribe as well. Just continuing on into this event. So I believe it's 4 or 5 events in this particular drift series. Let's see what we get lucky out of here on our next speed card. So it's a level 5 turbo brakes instead of a level 4, which will be more beneficial for our car in the long run. So that's actually 4 drifts done, 2 to go. So I think back in episode 2 I might have done 1 drift as well, and one of the beginning cars.
This was the last time we talked. Goodbye.
Whoa, hey, wait up. What's wrong?
You're working for the gambler. He's one of the corporate masters.
Oh, look at that truck.
Are you mad? He's working with us to bring
Absolutely
down the house.
ruined my speed trap there.
Yeah, you
Let's
know,
see how far away the
kicking
next
asses up and down Fortune Valley.
drift is. Looks like it's going to be a drift to get there back up the hill, but that's cool, I can manage that. So there's a fair heat wave in Australia, so I'm trying to stay indoors and get the aircon on and stay plenty hydrated and that sort of thing. So I'm really happy how I could use the Honda NSX as my drift car. I think it looks very nice. I've been debating over painting it. I'm not sure what colour to paint it. Okay, there's a part back there. At the moment, I'm more interested in beating these drift missions. I'll probably go around and show everyone where all of the parts are located. I think just playing through this already, I've already located quite a few different parts. Okay, so I've actually entered a drift zone here. I'm actually trying to score drift points on the way up to the drift. So this is great practice for the next event. Gotta watch out for the oncoming traffic there. boosting through the next section. I've seen some sort of multiplier section there as well. Still managing to link this drift together. Trying to get it up into a ×3. There we go, ×3 multiplier. And it looks like I might have actually drifted enough there. So, oh, just under, unfortunately. I needed to hold the line a little bit harder around that last bend and I would have had it. Anyway, that's brought me to the next mission, ups and downs. So let's see how this particular ups and downs section does. So it wants me to do 210 and beat the target score. So we'll try and hit 210, but I think I just didn't get my bet on in time. That's all good, just continuing here. 44,000 the target score to beat this time. And basically straight back down where I just came from, so I actually really enjoyed the drift up here. Really need to get this drift going. So that was quite nice. I'll try to milk it out around that turn. And see if I can keep that ×1 raging up into a ×2 on that bar. So I'm keeping that drift going for a long time. I'm finding it hard to score around some of these corners. They're very long. They seem to like to end up in the gravel. Seems a little bit too straightish for my liking to drift. This corner looks good.
Eyes on the prize, Mac.
Gonna handbrake. Oh, jeez, we've hit the wall now. And still continuing that drift. Just gone over the score limit there, so quite a tricky little hill section compared to the other ones I thought. We've still got a little bit of time up our sleeve to do another couple drifts, so I'm gonna aim for a super drift around through here.
My bad.
Oh, there's a few too many walls, unfortunately. Maybe I shouldn't have drifted quite as hard into that section, but just getting out of there now nicely.
I own this city, baby.
Okay, so bit sideways around that little left. And just holding it straight up around through this straight-like section. I'm not too concerned about drifting a whole lot. I've already beaten the target score, and there's not a whole lot of turns, to be honest. Just gonna have to make do around this track with what it gives me, which isn't very much, I might add. So we come through with the final score there. Unfortunately didn't quite beat the auto log fast starter for the first time today, but not too concerned about that. Made some good cash and respect out of that. Level 6 speed for the block, okay, that's going to increase us. So that's going to make us go even faster now in the NSX than before. So it looks like I might have to come up against this particular person here, the gambler. And he actually protects the house syndicate that tries to rig all of these different events that I'm up against here, so I'm gonna try to beat the event within 1 minute 35 and do the drifts. So drifting mission coming up.
Please. No.
Okay, we've taken all the bases, Tyler thinks, but the underground soldier doesn't seem to agree. Okay, so 38,000 shouldn't be too tough of a score to beat. Getting through this course within 1 minute 45 for the bonus bet that I placed will be the difficult part. So Nice. Nice.
Right.
Slide through there. That's boosted up my bar a little bit. I pull these sideways through these bends.
I'ma keep going. Probably one of my best routes in a while.
Okay, so going quite well. It appears I've actually beaten the score. Now I just need to beat this whole track within 20 seconds, so I'm just gonna have to speed through here as quickly as possible to try to do that, I guess. Quite tough. I just made it to the finish while it's flashing 0 there, unfortunately, but I did get really good drift time in on that track, especially flying around there at top speed, so that has beaten the auto leg fire starter anyway. Just gonna go ahead and skip the side bet. Oh, level 7 nitros for the turbo. That is going to be awesome for the Honda. So, gonna go ahead and apply that. That will allow me to hold down the button longer for the nitro. So that's going to be enjoyable as... Okay, there's one left in the drift series. So, just going to quick travel to the fuel station, which should repair my car for me before starting. I think the underground soldier was saying it's the boss fight, so let's go and check that out.
You hacked my files?
Had to make sure you're not agent provocateur.
Agent bro... Mate, you really need to chill.
Perhaps later. For now, it's time to return to the city. Next time, we go to war.
Hey, those files. Do they include my browser history?
So now the underground soldier has hacked Tyler, and Tyler has checked out all clean and clear for the underground race. So Tyler's just heading around here now in the NSX. Just blazing around these bends. It's quite lethargic and enjoyable. Just laying into the bends. Might have found the next event already. The Underground Soldier Sabotage. Okay, so my best car is slightly over the recommended drift level here, so I'm pretty pleased about that, just quietly. Looks like that nitros upgrade that we got last race might really help us out with this particular event against the underground shift lock soldier over there.
Welcome to Operation Golden Apple, soldier. Today we'll be dealing a major blow to the house. The house is setting up new surveillance equipment.
Okay, so the underground soldier's working against the house.
Destroy it before it comes online.
Okay, and the house has been gambling against me the whole game, that's right, so let's see, it looks like revenge time.
Drift and smash stuff. That's your assignment?
This is going to be quite interesting, that's for sure. Okay, hit multiplayer bonus objects while drifting to maximize your multiplayer file.
Remember, hit them hard to get the hell out.
Multiplier. Okay, so looks like it's full drift, 60k target. Just gonna drift this one out nicely.
Here goes nothing.
Try and keep that drift going for the whole time too, just to make sure that I hit a couple of them multipliers.
Better pick up the pace.
Maybe had a little bit much speed going into that corner. Multiplier right there, so hitting those. Well, I think I went a little bit far around that corner with the drift. Doesn't seem to give you points for the drifts if you go off the side, unfortunately. Oh, I nearly hit that one, unfortunately I just missed it. Okay, so I've just got that bonus multiplier there on the inside of that corner.
I understand smashing house equipment, but why am I drifting?
Recruitment material. More exciting to watch.
Can't argue with that.
Looks like I'm better off to try to drift and hit the multipliers. So I'm just gonna race through a big drift through that section. Come out of there the wrong way, but still just holding down the drift button the whole way. Okay, so very confusing, those particular set of arrows.
Tell me, soldier, drifting or rebellion?
From the side, drifting, that's for sure.
Drifting is about toying with control. The balance between
So I'm actually going the wrong way now.
This is social libertarianism.
I have beaten the target
Nice
score,
speech. I even understood
so I'm
some of
quite
it.
happy about that. I'm not sure why the arrow would be pointing me that way. I think I might have missed a checkpoint somewhere, and I think it was around here. I think simply getting this checkpoint should fix it for me. So there it is, that must be the checkpoint that I actually missed. That's why the arrows were so confusing. Now back onto the drift section.
This is what I do to relax.
So yeah, a bit of relaxation time with the drift. Need for Speed, one of my favorite games of all time. Didn't see it come out a little earlier than the start of this year, I think it was. Finally seen it come out the other day. Been playing it ever since. Huge fan of just drifting around these open asphalt tracks, laying waste to the various cars, such as this Honda NSX. I was a little confused earlier if it was a Nissan or a Honda, but it's definitely a Honda. I can see the big H quite clearly on the back of the car there.
You're pretty good at this.
So now I've actually got to reach the escape point. So that's put me up to 85k. So, whoa! Thanks for the little nudge there. I went too far. Okay, so just engaging into the next section. Trying to keep these pesky police off me. Trying to drift around that one, but I've been pushed into the roadblock. I'm just sliding away from that with a little drift. Drifting around the next little one. They have definitely tried to road. There's a little gap there. They must have still been setting up. So, big left hand, corner, another big right. Blazing up through the next bit. Look out, cop. You're in the way, you know.
What would Jess do? She'd smash cops and stay
51 seconds, okay?
Well, that's a plan.
Well, Mac, I am smashing cops. Okay. Really tricked that cop here. I had him slam into the wall. Okay, so time extended. That's what we needed. The cops all over this white Honda, trying to block me in every way they can here. Just trying to avoid being caught by the police here as well, and getting jammed into the corner. So, bit of a drift past that cop. About 120 k's an hour. See how they like that. Gone the metric measurement system rather than the imperial. If you want to convert your measurement units to kilometers an hour rather than the miles per hour, there is actually an option in there that you can do that as well. So just losing these police. I've got a whole army of them on my tail. So back to business. A little bit of nitros, fully lost them police back there. I'm not sure why it was telling me to go that way back there. It's completely confused me. It's like I'm gonna have to turn around and go back in that little escape hatch. Okay, there we go. So actually down to the water, under the bridge.
What's the matter? Can't
Actually, it's
catch
not the
me.
water, it's just an underground tunnel. Awesome. So, unfortunately I didn't quite beat the timer because I actually took that little long way at the end there. But, 14k, I'm not complaining. It brings us up to 369k for the next car that I'm saving up for, so really don't care a whole lot about the next car at the moment. I'm quite happy in the Honda NSX. I'm gonna sacrifice 1 horsepower and 5 braking power and 4 braking response for 5 nitro capacity and power, so that should allow that particular car to really nitro well now. Having beaten the Shiftlock League, I've now unlocked a new Mercedes. Looks quite good, the A45. Looks like I've actually unlocked a new Audi, an S5, and a BMW M2, so that thing looks pretty nice too. Okay, also unlocked a BMW M3 E46, so that thing looks really nice too. So, a couple of nice cars starting to pop up around the place.
Well fought.
That is actually
That was
essentially
pretty cool.
You prove yourself to Shiftlock.
the last one of our
Your fight is our fight. When the
drift.
time comes, we will have you back.
So I hope you enjoyed this particular live broadcast.
You too.
I hope you like and subscribe for more. This is your man, Master Altier Gaming, leaving you to it until my next broadcast, possibly a little later on tonight, I'd say. Okay, so stay safe, stay hydrated. Until then, I'll talk to you soon.